Hello, everyone. My name is Tony. This is Nicole, right?
Hi.
Forgive us because this is our first video that we're recording. A lot of what we do actually is over the phone or in person. So we're going to try to make this fun as possible, right? And the goal is obviously to give you guys information to kind of help, right? And Nicole, I think one of the topics that we hear a lot, because I know you're on the phone a lot with people and you're trying to help them out,
Mhm.
is social media, right?
Yes, social media, yeah.
What are people telling you? Like, why are they calling you and why do they need you to solve their social media problem?
The primary question is it important, right? That it ultimately comes to that, but they're like, social media is time consuming. I don't have time to post on there.
Okay.
I don't get a big return on it. I don't see the point. I don't have a lot of people following me. What should I even post? And where do I get this content from? Like I'm hosting an event. I'm the photographer or I'm the videographer or I'm the planner. I'm not there to capture the work that I'm doing. I'm doing all these other things to make this dream come true. So how do I make all this happen and what's the importance of it anyway?
Let's answer the first question, right?
Mhm.
Is it important?
I think we both know the answer to that.
Right?
Yes.
Absolutely. So why is it important? Okay, well, it may not be for what you guys think it is, right? But a lot of it, honestly, right? So most of you guys have websites. Doesn't matter if you're in the wedding industry or what business it is, right? But people will go to your socials to see if you're active. And a lot of people, I consult with a lot of people, businesses and things like that. And I go to their social media pages, and the last time the approach was, posted, excuse me, was like a year and a half ago. What does that tell a potential buyer or someone potentially, interested in hiring you for their wedding or whatever it happens to be? So from that alone, it is important, right? A big deal. For those of you guys love SEO and all this other stuff, it's also good for that too, by the way. And it also helps your website. We'll probably chat about that in a different world. But so, yes, it is super important. The other question was it's a pain to post or I don't have time.
Yep. Don't have time to post. Not a big following.
So Nicole, like what do you tell people? Like, what do you so when someone says that, right? Obviously, I know you do this for a living, right? As far as helping people with social media and stuff like that. But again, if I don't have money and I don't want to spend on it, like
Mhm.
what do you tell them?
Social media is all about being authentic. So use your cell phone. You don't have to have like this fancy equipment. Use your cell phone to capture content when you're at an event. You're prepping for the event, even. People love like DIYs and behind the scenes, authentic moments, hosting consistently something about your business and what you're doing or the couple, right? Like posting is important. It doesn't have to take a lot of time.
It sounds like a lot of work. Like, well, hold on. You mean I have to go someplace and take a picture, or maybe a picture of a happy person, like because they bought my stuff? So is that what you're is that what you're saying?
Give you one better than that. Most of the time, you already know the vendors you're working with, right? Like you're networking at the event.
Yeah.
So connect with a photographer and have them share the photos they've got. And now, when you're reposting their photos, you're just tagging the vendor and saying, this photo came from this vendor. And now you didn't even have to capture the photo, right? And now you're
Yep.
networking too. You're giving them more reach. You're helping each other when you're doing that too.
That's kind of cool. The content doesn't even have to come from you, right?
Mhm.
I think going back to your point as far as being authentic, stock images and things like that are probably not the best, I'm assuming, right? You don't usually
You
leave.
could do it, but you shouldn't.
Expanding a little bit on this, right? I think for
Mhm.
a lot of us, the lack of structure, I think sometimes makes it hard. We're all busy, right? Whether for some of us like me, like I have a full-time job, right? I DJ, I'm running a marketing company, right? All this fun stuff,
Multiple.
uh, right? We all have to be organized, right? So, how do you make it easier for them, to kind of be a little more organized? Create
have
structure.
a content strategy. Frequency of how many times you're going to post. It can be as little as 2 times a week. We recommend at least three
Okay.
times a week to stay relevant and consistent at minimum. It'd be great if you were doing 5 times a week, but at minimum, let's start 3 times a week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Right.
Okay.
And then what you want to do is have a consistent strategy. So I know that every Monday I'm going to post something, a weekend event, a past event. Every Wednesday, I'm going to make it a tip or an educational tip about my industry and something that I do.
Okay.
So if I'm a florist, maybe what's in season. And then Friday, it could be something fun or behind the scenes. Maybe you're sharing something that stood out to you that week or something that you're excited about for that weekend. The minimum, as long as you know every Friday I'm going to be posting this, every Wednesday I'm posting this, every Monday I'm posting this, it's really easy to sit there for an hour, maybe two, and say, I'm going to batch this content now. I know that I have these last events that I did. Go back to my camera and pull these images and say, here's all my Monday posts. Great. I have the images. Now I'll just write something really great about the couple or about what happened.
I don't like writing, a lot. So like, do I have to make this writing super long? Like,
Not at all.
no, okay,
Not
cool.
at all. Nope. You can
All
keep
right.
it short and sweet. Some people don't
Great.
even read. And the people that do read, you can have something once in a while that's a little longer. There's also Chat GPT, which people love right now, and they're using it for brainstorming and like, hey, I'm going to use AI to kind of
Yeah.
get the wheels turning and come up with some tips or some ideas. So there's ways to simplify it and make it very fast and efficient for you to be able to post content.
So, okay, so what I thought I heard was that if I organize it, right? So, okay, you said Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Mhm.
There's how many weeks in a month? 4.
4 maybe at most.
I think I'm good at math. So are we literally talking about 12 posts?
In a month.
And
12
I
posts a
also
month.
heard that if you do it that way and you bulk it, hour 2 tops as far
Yeah.
as coming up with something, right? Content.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So again, so what I'm hearing is if you don't think your business is important enough to potentially take an hour or 2 of your busy schedule, right? It's literally what we're talking about here.
Mhm. Yeah, it could be even faster than that. If you create Canva templates, everyone loves Canva, and you say on Friday I'm doing testimonials, you go back to your Google My Business and copy and paste the testimonials and reviews people have left you, right? Like it you have user created content that you don't have to do again. So there's so many different ways for you to repost and share content.
I know, okay, right? Because again, this is, I sometimes have a hard time to stay focused and on posting on all these freaking mediums, right? There's so many of them.
Mhm.
I think I'm assuming that Facebook, Instagram are probably your main ones,
Absolutely. Those
right?
have the most monthly active users, those two
Right.
platforms.
Because I know like when I do a lot of like Facebook advertising, right, I kind of stick to those 2 platforms because
Mhm.
it's easy for me to reach, engaged couples and things like that,
Yeah.
right? But if I'm in the
The
wedding,
targeting.
right? Yeah. So I'm assuming there's got to be some kind of tools, right? To make it easy too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, there's so many. We have there's some free tools people use where you can connect to like 1 or 2 accounts. It's not an unlimited amount of accounts you can connect, but there are some free platforms like that. And then there's some paid ones. And then we also have one too where you can connect quite a few. So
Okay. I'm assuming that, you can go on there and part of that 1 to 2 hours is you actually uploading all those things, right? To
yeah,
maybe a social media planner, and then literally you have it done.
everything done for the month.
In an hour or 2,
Absolutely.
it is all done, right? It's awesome, right? Because
Yeah.
as a business owner or someone that has a lot of things kind of going on, time, time is everything, right? It's the only resource that we don't get back, right? So,
Yeah.
is there anything else that you missed from that question? Is that pretty much it? Those are really the main concerns, or were there other ones that have come up over the past?
Those are all the primary concerns and questions we're getting.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to, number one, help you guys, right? So, for a lot of you, uh man, getting new leads and getting new people in your business, right, is hard, right? And there's other things obviously that we're going to continue building on, right? They're trying to help you in your business, right? I've been in this wedding industry for over 17 years. I've been doing sales and marketing for, man, over 30 years now. Okay. So I just honestly, like, I love doing this, right? And I think, a lot of times people ask us why, why we do stuff like this. It's just really cool, honestly. Like, over the years, a lot of people have helped me. Now I'm at a point in my life that I would love to kind of start to kind of give back a little bit, right? You know what I mean? And yes, we have tools, and yes, obviously we have all these services and things like that. But the goal, honestly, is, man, if I can help one person every day, that would be amazing. If I can, by something we say here, it helps somebody, make their life easier, and they start posting and they book a few more weddings. I know what it does. I know what it did for my family, by the way. You know what I mean? Oh, I know what it did as far as saving time for what I'm doing. I'm still able to actually enjoy my family too, guys, even though I'm doing all these things, which is awesome, right? So, but I wouldn't be able to do that with a lot of some of these tools. So that's why we're doing this. Nicole and I, we've worked together for a long time. We love doing this. And again, guys, please do not hesitate if you need any help or anything like that. You can reach out to me, right? You can reach out to Nicole. You know, we want to just try to help out. So Nicole, I think this was good. Good
Yeah.
first one of these, right?
We did it.
We did it, right? We got through it. Depending on what platform you guys are on, you know, you can even leave comments and things like that. Because again, what we want to try to do is, if there's other topics like this, you know, we want to try to get that out. So, all right, listen, thank you guys so much, and you know, I hope you guys learned something, a little bit. If not, okay, whatever. We'll do something in the next video. So, thank you so much, and we'll see you on our next video.
Thank you.
Bye.